At the docks, Oliver arrived with an empty train. I say, this is an outrage. What is? Having to wear my wheels out every day, carry containers of supplies for a shed I'll never be allowed to sleep in. Oliver rolled his eyes. He was used to Billy's complaining. I beg your pardon, Mr. Billy, but couldn't you just sleep in the old sheds? What, are you crazy? The Diesels trashed those sheds. I'd sleep in a cow field before I sleep there. Move it or lose it, Billy. All of us have work to do, and you're holding up the line. Oliver chuckled as Billy puffed away angrily.
Soon, he himself was out on the main line heading toward the construction site. So many trucks were in use that some old ones had to be put on the back of Oliver's train. Their couplers were weak and rusty. As Oliver puffed up a hill, Toad's coupler had come loose. A very attentive signalman had seen this happen and switched the points into a siding. Toad rolled down and disappeared.
A few weeks went by with a lot more hard work. Finally, it all paid off with the finished product. The engines had already filled the berths and sidings. They were chattering amongst themselves. Today is a grand day. We finally have rebuilt Timmy's sheds. While we still don't know exactly why the original sheds were burned down, we can make a few assumptions. Yeah, I think it was George. We can't be too careful until we find him. Yes, George is high up on the suspect list, but today is a day to celebrate. I hope you all will enjoy your new sheds just as much as the old ones. Meanwhile, at the other sheds, the Diesels were complaining. We all know that our treatment is not fair. We get shafted while the steam engines get all of the care. We are given run-down, dilapidated sheds while they get a brand new roundhouse. Maybe this strike should go even longer. Yeah. But I thought we were ending it today. We were, but it seems that we're still being neglected. Just then, Stanley puffed by. He had a lot of work to do because the Diesels were not helping. Come on, get out of the shed. You are all acting completely ridiculous. We're only acting like this because you and your puffer buddies think you own the line. We don't act like we own the line. It's not our fault Sir Tom Hat has more steam engines than Diesels. Well, until he fixes that issue, we aren't working. You may think your plan is going to work out in your favor, but Sir Tom Hat doesn't stand for nonsense like this. I think you should reconsider before you find yourselves crossing the Vickerstown Bridge. Did you hear the way he talked about us? This is exactly what I'm talking about. He thinks that just because he doesn't approve of us, Sir Topham Hatt will immediately take his side. I think it's high time that we do more than just sit around. Now, I know you all are excited, but I do have some other news which may not be as enticing. I must go to the mainland for important business. Yeah, business at McDonald's. In the meantime, I'm trusting Thomas with controller responsibilities. Thomas? He can't do it. He's inexperienced. Nowhere near as splendid either. I think Thomas can do it. Shut up, Percy. Look, I gave the role to Thomas, and that decision is final. If Thomas proves to be unreliable, then Edward shall step in. Understood?
Yes, sir.
That's very likely. James, do you want to spend a week in the shed? No. then I suggest you start making witty comments. Now, Thomas, I must be going. Please take me to the docks. Yes, sir.
Thank you for trusting me with the role of controller, sir. Well, I thought you were very qualified. The others didn't seem to think so. Well, that's jealousy for you, Thomas.
Chumish, yeah, the really great engine. What? You're gonna be controlled while I'm away. Sir, you told me this already. Did I? I must be getting old. I am fat. Excuse me. Are you the one who ordered all these containers of fries? I think it's time to get going, sir. That reminds me. Chumish, I want you to be controlled. I know. Did I tell you that already? Yes, sir, you did. I would rather not you have. What? Incredible. Sir, you're not making any sense. Well, goodbye, Chumish. Goodbye, Cranes. No. Oh, and Chumish, you're gonna be the... Alright, I'm not listening to this again. I'm the controller now. What should I do? Maybe you should go kill yourself. What? Maybe you should go look around and check stuff out. I've got an idea. I'm gonna go around the island and check stuff out. Way to steal my idea. I've got an idea. I'm gonna steal an idea. Goodbye, Thomas. Goodbye, Cranes. The only crane. Fucking dumbass.
The fog rolled in thick as Thomas patrolled the line. It was eerie and quiet, without any of the other engines. Thomas was starting to become concerned. I think it's time to go home. Yeah, this is enough for tonight. Evan should be at the sheds by now. As Thomas was reversed, he didn't realize he was sent down the wrong line. He stopped dead when he heard a familiar sound. However, the sound wasn't far away. It was very close to him and only seemed to be getting louder. Who's there? Mavis? Salty? There was no reply. Thomas shuddered. It's just my imagination. There's no one really there. But in the back of his smoke box, he knew he was wrong. He slowly reversed when suddenly he felt something hit. Hello? A claw snapped. Hello, Puffball. Thomas sprinted forward as fast as he could. He didn't look back. With no idea where he was headed, Thomas raced on. He could hear the clanking of Pinchy behind him, and he knew he couldn't stop. Meanwhile, further down at a station, Stepney was collecting the last train of the passengers. Help! Was that Thomas? Diesel 10 rocketed by Stepney. Oh my. I can't let him catch me. He'll surely scrap me if he does.
Thomas was able to hide in a passing sighting. He listened as Diesel 10 rolled by. Thinking he was safe, he reversed and hit another engine. Who's back there? I am. Oh, Diesel, please help me. Diesel 10's chasing me. Huh, is that so? Yeah, he's gonna scrap me. Hey, boss, he's back here. Thomas didn't realize what was going on, and before another minute could pass, he raced away, Diesel chasing on after him.
Diesel 10 had turned around and was now heading back in the direction of Thomas. Thomas, meanwhile, was still on the run from Diesel. They were chasing toward each other, with Thomas caught in the middle. The attentive signalman had seen them heading toward each other and quickly diverted Thomas into his sighting. Diesel 10 slammed Diesel clean off the rails.
Thomas had no idea that there had been buffers until he slid right through them. When he opened his eyes again, he found himself stopped on a strange piece of track. Wait, how did we get here? We must have went through those buffers. Did you just unironically answer your own question? Wait, is that Toad? Toad, what on earth are you doing here? Hello, Mr. Chumish. Well, I was at the back of Mr. Oliver's train. My, coupling broke, and I rolled down into this buffers. The magic buffers. You know, I can understand. Why are you here, Mr. Chumish? Oh, well, I was, being chased by Diesel and Diesel 10. Just then, an engine Thomas had not seen in a very long time appeared. Oh, Thomas, hey. What brings you to the Magic Railroad? Hey, lady. Quickly, you must help me. I can't. I'm sorry. Wait, what? What do you mean you can't help me? Diesel 10's trying to take over. I must keep the Magic Railroad alive, Thomas. Wait, where did those go? You know, I am not too sure, actually. How do you not know? I'm not going through random buffers, Thomas. Anyway, you don't need to stay here. Strict orders. Burnett won't let me. Sorry. I can't believe you're gonna sit here and let Sodor get taken over by Diesel 10. Without another word, Thomas reversed onto the T-switch, coupled up the Toad, and went right back the way he came. I'm scared, Mr. Thomas. Then don't be.
When Thomas came back to the buffers, he found that the sun was starting to rise in the distance. Bother! Now it'll be easy to spot. Wasn't it night time like 5 minutes ago? It's best not to think about it. Thomas passed by a diesel sleeping in a shed. He's doing his job really well. Might I suggest finding a hiding place, Mr. Thomas? Good idea, Toad. Thomas passed by an empty diesel shed. I guess those diesels decided to be useful. Didn't you tell me they were chasing you? I did? I must be confused with all this nonsense going on.
Thomas puffed in with Toad. What are you guys doing here? Shouldn't you be doing your jobs?
I don't know, Thomas. Maybe because you ran out to go play with Toad all day and the diesels came and took all of our coal.
How did they even...
And now my splendid paint won't be any passengers.
What?
James, you need to stop thinking about your paint and nothing else.
Wait, did you say Toad?
Mr. Oliver,
Where have you been?
I became uncoupled and went through the magic buffers. Glad to see you're alright, Toad, but Thomas, you need to find a place to hide before the diesels find you. I can't just leave you all here. We'll be fine, just get to safety. I'm almost out of coal as well. Great, I'm glad Tupham has great judgment.
Yeah, Thomas should have never been put in charge.
Sorry guys, I wasn't expecting the island to be invaded.
Everyone stop, I have an idea.
Toby explained the plan.
Do you think I'll have enough coal to make it there?
The diesels aren't very smart, Thomas. If you go to the docks and find cars of lumber, you can use the lumber to fuel your fire.
Thomas, it isn't only Diesel 10 this time.
Yeah, like Dennis and Paxton, right?
No, like he's picked up some help along the way.
Like who? Do you know?
Well, we do know some other ones. Spancamp, Boulder, Splatter, and Dodge.
Great. Anyone else?
We don't know the other ones.
Well, there is another one. He's pretty quick.
Good to know. Any other information I should know about?
I overheard Ari and Bert talking about a meeting somewhere around here. Alright, I'll go try the wood and then go see where the diesels are. Might I stay here, Mr. Thomas?
Yeah, sure.
Thomas left Toad behind and went around the island looking for wood.
When Thomas got to the docks, he found nothing but empty trucks.
Bother, they're all empty.
His driver and fireman came back. Sorry, Thomas, we couldn't find a single piece.
Double bother. Thomas looked up at Cranky.
Cranky, is there any more wood?
Sorry, Thomas, Diesel took them. Said you told him to dispose of them.
Thomas was cross.
Well, great. What are we supposed to do now?
Well, it looks like we just have to try to find the diesels. What if I run out of coal? We'll cross that bridge when we get there. Right now, we just have to try to find the diesels and see what they're up to.
You're right. So Thomas puffed away to try to find Diesel 10 and the other diesels.
Thomas soon arrived at Knapford. Look! There they are! And right before him was Diesel 10 and all the other diesels. Whoa! There's a lot of them! Thomas looked around to see if he could find anyone he knew. He saw more than just diesels, however. He saw George, Bulgy, Max, Monty, Lori 1, and Spencer. Spencer? How could he betray us? As I was saying, Bulstrode was supposed to meet us here, but 2 certain idiots failed to collect him from the harbor. Anyways, I would like to congratulate us on successfully taking over Sodor. All the diesels honked their horns, and Spencer blew his whistle. Does anyone have any new name suggestions? For what? For the island. How about the Island of Diesels? That just might be the worst idea for a name I've ever heard. Your name's literally Bulgy. What does that even mean? Better than airy. I'm Bert. Hey, don't bring me into this. Are we forgetting that George and I are steam engines? Exactly. Does anyone have any other ideas? No, but I have an idea. What is it? Friends Island? Ow! Sir, what about all the passengers and goods that are here? Who's going to do all the jobs? We need to make money somehow. Yeah, I want to pull passengers. Be quiet, Spencer. I'll get to you in a minute. Spam Cannon Bowler, go pull the passenger trains. Diesel, Airy, Bert, and whatever your name is, go pull the freight trains. It's Dennis. We didn't join this group to pull trucks. You joined this group because you're loyal to Diesel 10. Now, Spencer, I know that all of the other piles of scrap Fat Hat calls engines are sitting in the sidings rotting. But Spencer is a diamond in the rough. He's the only good one out of the thousands of coal wasters that are somehow still living on this planet. And for that he deserves a special job. Let's all honk our horns for Spencer! Of course, Diesel 10 was lying. No one made a sound. Thank you, thank you. Now, on my old railway, I once knew an engine who... Shut up, Spencer. We have our assigned jobs. Now go do them. As for the road vehicles, thanks for helping, blah blah, whatever. Bulgy takes passengers, Max, Monty, and George handle construction. You all are smart enough to know what to do. Norman came around the bend very quickly. Sir. Diesel 10 was not in the mood for what Norman had to say. Thomas hasn't come back from the Magic Railroad. How would you know? I saw you sleeping on the way here. No. Thomas was becoming very uncomfortable. If Thomas is stupid enough to think he can hide on the island, now overrun by us, then he must have less brain cells than Splodge combined. Hey. I mean, we're smarter than Thomas. That's worth something. Everyone, go do your chores, and the rest of us will hunt down Thomas. It really shouldn't take that long. Thomas was about to leave. He had seen everything, but he stopped when he heard Spencer say something. Sir, what is my special job supposed to be? Go shunt trucks or something. That's not special. You don't get a special job. Now go. I will be speaking to management about this. I am management. Spencer suddenly stopped. He tried to move, but it was no use. So you lost your coal too? What perfect timing. What do you mean, perfect timing? Splatter and Dodge pushed Spencer away. Spencer was speechless as Thomas was. Looks like you aren't up to par with us. That was rather brash. But he was going to feel sympathy for his fellow lumps of scrap, and this would all have been pointless. He could be scrapped with the rest of his little buddies. Now get out of my sight. How many times will I have to tell you to go do your jobs? The diesels that were assigned jobs left to go do them, while the others went looking for Thomas. That was Thomas's cue to leave. So with that, Thomas puffed back to the yard.
I must go tell the other engines. But as he got to the yards, he found Spencer in one of the sightings. Oh, look, if it isn't the traitor. Look, Thomas, I'm sorry. I should have known better than to trust Diesel 10. Yeah, you should have. Wait, how do you know about me helping Diesel 10? That's not important right now. So he continued into the yards till he got to the other engines. Well, did you find any wood and where the diesels are? Well, there was no wood, but I did find where the diesels are and what they're planning on doing. Well, go on. Tell us already. Diesel 10 has already assigned jobs to each of the diesels. Great. Replaced by a smelly diesel. He's also scrapping everyone. Ugh, what else could go wrong? Well, Spencer was working for them, and they're out looking for me. Spencer, working against us? Who would have guessed? Well, Thomas, if they're looking for you, you better find a hiding spot quickly. I think I see someone coming. But I'm almost out of coal. I don't know if I'll be able to make it the rest of the night. But the sound of diesels grew louder. Bother! I won't let you guys down or let the diesels get any further with their plan. Thomas quickly puffed away.
Whew, that was a close one. Thomas, we need to stop using up so much coal. We need to find a permanent hiding spot. But then we might lose hide and seek. Hide and seek? What do you think this is, an elementary school playground? This is serious, Thomas. You, the island, and all the other engines are at stake. Thomas's face fell. Look, let's get some sleep. In the morning, we'll find a better place to go. Good idea. They'll still think I'm on the railway. Thomas made his way to the old shed. It was empty, as no diesels wanted to sleep in it anymore. Thomas had had a hard time getting to sleep, but eventually, he did. The little engines were oblivious to the diesel's actions. Now it's my turn to take the passengers. Your turn's tomorrow. Enough. If you two can't stop arguing, then I will take them. Thomas soon puffed in. Well, look who it is. Oh, hello, Thomas. Haven't seen you in a while. Hello, everyone. I would love to stay and chat, but we have an emergency. Oh, and what would that be? The diesels took over and left us with no coal. I'm on my last shovelful. Do you guys have any? Good. What? We can help with that. I'll go get some trucks. You guys get ready to transfer it to Thomas. In no time at all, the little engine came back with several trucks. Thanks, everyone. I was sure that I could count on you. This was my idea. Well, I must be off now. I have a railway to save. Oh, I really don't know about those big engines. Thomas then decided to go confront Diesel 10 and went to go look for him. I bet they're at our new sheds. Thomas was correct. They were all at the sheds. See, I told you they would all be there. Nobody said you were wrong. But wait, I don't see Diesel 10. Do you, driver? No, I don't. Wonder where and what he's doing. Thomas and his driver decided to go look elsewhere. They looked on the main line and still couldn't find him. Bother, I've tried so hard to look for Diesel 10 and I can't seem to find him anywhere. I've let the whole island down and I've been a very bad controller. Yeah, you have. We wasted so much coal running around that we only have one scoop left. Maybe if you weren't such an idiot, we wouldn't have to be chasing down an evil diesel with a claw who can literally murder us. I just thought I could stop him, but I guess I was wrong. Well, there isn't anything we can do now, Thomas. Let's just find somewhere to rest so we don't waste any more coal. But before Thomas set off, they heard a clang sound. It was Diesel 10 backing into the sheds. There he is, but why is he sitting in a shed alone? Maybe now that all those steam engines are out of the way, he doesn't have to be near any of those smelly idiots helping him. No, that doesn't make sense. But maybe because there aren't any steam engines running around, he doesn't have to be with all those smelly idiots helping him. I literally just said that. Well, now that we know where he stays, we should probably get out of here. Right, but as Thomas started, he made a loud wheesh sound. Driver, stop that noise! I can't, Thomas, I can't help that you wheesh. I don't think Diesel 10 heard it, do you? Unfortunately, Diesel 10 did in fact hear it. Diesel 10 opened his eyes. Aha! There's the blue puffball. Look who he's with. Thomas was very confused. What is he talking about? I'm not with anyone. Yeah, not with anyone, right? Just then, Lady puffed up and coupled in front of Thomas. Lady, what are you doing here? No time to explain. Long story short, I've come to help you. How would that be a long story? It doesn't matter. I still have coal left. You literally don't. Lady quickly puffed with Thomas coupled behind. It took a while for Diesel 10's engine to start, but he soon followed closely behind them. I'm sorry I lied to you. What on earth are you talking about, Lady? Well, remember that really bad and lame excuse I made earlier? What about it? Well, it was a lie. I kind of figured. I was just too scared. Well, everybody gets scared now and then. This is why having sentient engines is a bad idea. Yes, but this island needed my help, and I lied so I'd have to face Diesel 10. Either way, I'm glad you changed your mind. I probably would have been scrapped if it wasn't for you. Save it for later, Thomas. Let's try and lose Diesel 10 first, okay? But because Thomas and Lady were much smaller than Diesel 10, he caught up very quickly. I've got you now. You won't get away. I wouldn't be so sure about that. Thomas, you know your way around the island best. Tell me where to go. Just go through that tunnel. And the two engines raced through the tunnel. All through the night, Lady pulled Thomas around. Why are you so heavy? You're just a tank engine. I can't puff any harder. I have no coal. How? This is an island of mostly steam engines. Diesels took it all. That's why none of the other engines are doing their jobs. Sorry it didn't come sooner. Doesn't matter. We need to keep moving. Here I come. Oh my god. The two ran off again. All day the three ran around Sodor. This is going on forever. We need to get to the yard. Thomas, I can't go much farther. I'll run out of coal and water. Get to the viaduct. It's the quickest way.
They reached the middle of the viaduct. It's downhill from here. This railway in a nutshell. Suddenly, Bowler and Spam Can rolled up on the other side. Two stowaways by the looks of it. I wonder what they're doing here. Yeah, I wonder what those two steam engines running around at night on a railway overrun by diesels could be doing, dipshits. Well, I'm sure the boss will be happy to see them. Diesel 10 rolled up.
Thank you so much, Spam Cannon Bowler. I've been chasing these two all night.
Thomas and Lady sighed. Their chase had not ended up the way they had planned. Under the viaduct, Bulstrode was sailing, but he didn't have good intentions. What was I supposed to do again? Oh, I think I was knocking down the viaduct? Diesel 10 had forgotten all about the barge and the instructions he had given to him. He slowly began to move forward onto the bridge.
Now here's what we're gonna do. Lady, uncouple from Thomas and move away from him. If you try anything funny, Thomas is going to take a swim.
Stay away, Lady. We'll figure out what to do. But as Diesel 10 started to move toward Thomas, one of the supports started to crumble from beneath them. The tracks were starting to bend. Lady, look down. Thomas and Lady saw the bridge falling apart. So did Bowler. Boss?
Shut up. I'm doing very important work.
The two decided they weren't going to go down with their boss and raced away.
Hey, get back here. Oh, whatever. I don't need them. You better stay there, Thomas.
I literally have no coal.
Of course you don't, because you are useless.
Stupid.
Ancient, out of date.
But before he could think of another insult, a huge part of the bridge collapsed. Thomas's back wheels dangled dangerously. Lady quickly reversed and coupled to Thomas. Much to their confusion, they didn't move. Thomas, turn off your brakes. They are off.
You are not going to get away again, Puffball.
Lady kept pulling. She didn't know Diesel 10 was hanging on. He suddenly realized he was being pulled over the gap.
Wait! Stop! Don't move another inch!
Everyone froze.
Here's the deal. You have two options. Option 1, I get Thomas and Lady escapes. Or option 2, I pull sliding forward and all of us go and say hello to the fish.
What about the secret third option?
What third option?
This. Lady surged forward with all her strength. Diesel 10 was pulled forward into the hole and careened down, smashing into Bulstrode. Pinchy had slipped off. Hooray! Thanks, Lady. No problem, Thomas. Suddenly, Splatter and Dodge rolled up. Hey, boss. Did you do that on purpose? Yeah, that was cool.
Oh, shut up. And go get the breakdown train.
But then, Sir Topham Hatt walked up.
Diesel Chen, what are you doing? The viaduct has collapsed. Bulstrode is half sunk, and you are sitting on top of him. Why are all of my engines in the yard doing nothing?
Nothing but a groan came from Diesel 10. All the Diesels were soon gathered for a send-off from Sir Topham Hatt. I don't know who you two are, nor do I care. I don't want to see you here ever again. These two Diesels were Norman and Sidney. They obliged and never returned. Next were Bowler and Spamcan. I don't know what you guys' problem is, but it seems like you enjoy causing problems for me and my engines. I hope to never see you on my railway again. Yeah, we're really devious. Shut up, Spamcan. Both Diesels rolled away in disgrace. Sir Topham Hatt then turned his attention to Splatter and Dodge. I've never seen these two Diesels before either. Thomas and Lady soon quickly filled him in. I see. Right then, you two do seem like hard workers, unlike Airy and Birch. Yeah, we are. But you did take over the railway, so I must send you away. But I would like to have you on my railway sometimes. Really? Asked Dodge. No. Now off you two go. I knew he was joking the entire time. No, you didn't. You fell for it too. He finally turned to Diesel 10 and gave him strict orders. I never want to see you on my railway again. And if I do see you again, I will take the time out of my day to personally scrap you. Do I make myself clear?
Yes, sir.
So with that, all the Diesels were sent through the magic buffers. Thomas and Lady were very happy. Hooray! They whistled and cheered very loudly. But sir, what about Diesel, Airy, Bert, Dennis, and Paxton? We were tricked, sir. Honest. He's lying. He chased me. That's enough. You five will stay, but you need to work hard. And I will keep a close eye on you. Understood? The Diesels agreed and rolled away. Same goes for all of you road vehicles. They also agreed and rolled away. Just then, Butch rolled in towing George.
I found this one trying to flatten some buffers near a bridge.
The magic buffers.
George, I want you impounded immediately. We've been trying to track you down all over the island. You shall not be released until we figure out who caused the shed fire.
Sir Topham Hatt took a deep breath and sighed. Now, Thomas and Lady, let's go to the yard and give the other engine some coal. Yes, sir. So they puffed away to the yard.
About a week later, the engines were all back to work. The viaduct was still under repair, but it was coming along nicely. The passengers were happy to have Gordon back for the express. Thomas had to say goodbye to Lady. "Well, Thomas, my work here is done. Can't you stay just a bit longer?" "I would, but the magic river needs me. Just remember, I did all of the work and you are a really bad controller who should have never been trusted with any kind of responsibility and should never be trusted again." With that, Lady puffed away. Now, whenever Thomas passes the magic buffers, he wishes George had flattened them.
One, two, three, four!
To hide in a passing sighting. He was silent. God damn. Glad to see you're alright, Toad. But Thomas, you really need to find a place to hide before the Beatles find you. Yeah, but I'm almost on the pole as well. Mercy. Fuck. I didn't do that right. Great to see you're alright, Toad. But Thomas, you need to find a God damn it. Thomas. Glad to see you're alright, Toad. But Thomas, you gotta find a place to hide before the Beatles find you. But I can't just leave you all here. We'll be fine. Just get to safety. But I'm almost as cold. God damn it. Glad to see you're alright, Toad. But Thomas, you need to find a safe spot before the Beatles find you. Yeah, but you guys. God damn it. Toby explained the plan. Do you think I'll have enough coal to get me there? The Beatles aren't very smart. If you get to the dark... God damn it. Toby explained the plan. Do you think I'll have enough coal to make it there? The Beatles aren't very smart. If you go to the docks and find empty cars of lumber, you can use that as fire. Toby explained the plan. Do you think I'll have enough coal to make all that? What? Toby explained the plan. Do you think I'll have a... Well, we do know some of... Well, tell us already. Beatles fans already signed